Hello everybody, Mike Welch coming to you from a rather balmy Churchill Downs. Hopefully the weather's going to hold out like this right through Derby Day and 8 days from today. Here with another edition of the Daily Racing Form Kentucky Derby Workout Report, brought to you by Spendthrift Farm, the home of #1 sires, Into Mischief, Omaha Beach, Vacoma, and Yaupan. Well, I promised you that things were going to get busy quickly around here, very busy, and it sure started that way today, and we look forward to even more of the same tomorrow and Sunday, with the weather forecast being a little bit dicey for Saturday earlier in the week. A couple of trainers moved some schedule works to Friday today. We wound up having 4 potential Derby workers today, and I believe 6 possible Oaks runners work today. 9 of them during the special Oaks Derby training session, and one, a very important one, Prom Queen, at not even 9 o'clock. That's when they come back on the track. She worked closer to 9:30. That's about when she usually trains, and I'm not saying they saved the best for last, but she was pretty darn good when she came out at 9:30. There were a lot of terrific Oaks works today, but we're going to start with the Derby horses. We finally saw Wonder Dean do something serious today. He worked 6 furlongs, broke off a little slow. It was really more of a 5 furlong work. Came down the lane, was asked to finish through much of the final furlong, was off the rail as he did. We had his last 5/8 in 1:02 flat for Wonder Dean, and I'm going to guess they're probably going to come back and do something more with him maybe early next week. So happy, first workout sighting of him today, coming off his victory in the Santa Anita Derby. I think we've talked about how he works in blinkers, he gallops in blinkers, doesn't race in blinkers. Apparently, he's kind of a lazy horse in the morning that if they don't put blinkers on him, he's either not going to work fast or he's not going to work at all. He had Mike Smith was in for the work today. I had him in 35-2, 1:01. Was being asked pretty hard to finish, and again, maybe he is just a lazy workhorse. Not particularly impressive, especially by Kentucky Derby workout standards, but he did get over the track, and he eased up on the gallop out too, 14-4. So he obviously saves his best for the afternoon. Emerging Market, he was going to work Saturday. He definitely moved that work back to today. Chad Brown, he went in company with stablemate Hedgebook. They went in 23-2, 47-3. Big gallop out, 59-4, 113-3. I might add the track was very fast this morning, and we saw a lot of big gallop outs. Not only was the track fast down the lane to the wire, but around the turn too. A lot of big gallop outs today. Emerging Market was one of them. Flavian Pratt was aboard, sitting chilly the whole way. We've liked what we've seen from Emerging Market back before he got here, since he's been here. Again, the big question, only 2 starts under his belt, asking a lot to win the Kentucky Derby with only 2 previous starts. Ocelli is going to find himself on the AE list, still might be able to work his way into the starting lineup. He won a half mile today, 23-3, 48, galloped out in 1:03. Now, with all that workout activity going on between 7:15 and 7:30, did get a chance to look at a lot of the gallopers during that period. I did see the Puma back out there today. He was about the first one on the racetrack. First sighting of 6 Speed, who just got here a couple of days ago. Just a routine morning for him. Earlier, we mentioned yesterday how Full Effort galloped and Commandment just jogged 2 miles for trainer Brad Cox pre-dawn as always. Well, today they just flip-flopped that routine. It was Commandment who galloped 1.5 miles today, and Full Effort who jogged the 2 miles. So just a little mixing it up for Brad Cox with those two. And again, I think they're both scheduled. All 3 Brad Cox horses, along with Further Ado, will work tomorrow. Now, on the Philly side of the ledger for the Oaks, that's where most of the activity was. And boy, we saw some terrific works. Bella Ballerina, I'll start with her. She went in company with Diamond Eye Jack, broke about 2 lengths behind Diamond Eye Jack, caught her at the wire, went 47 flat and galloped out just terrific. 59 flat, 110-4, 123-3. Couldn't ask much more. I just thought this was a huge work, but right behind her came Meaning. Meaning kind of eased off the Brendan Walsh team. Didn't want to get too close to them. When she broke off at the 5/8 Bowl, she won her first 8th in 14, came her last half mile in 46 flat, galloped out in 58-2 and 111-3. So these are just two absolutely terrific works. And now I'm going to get to Prom Queen, who went about an hour and a half later. I took her from the 4.5 furlong pole. That's where she really began the work. I had her in 37-2, a minute and 2/5, finishing a 16th of a mile past the wire. And she too, huge gallop out, 112-3, 125-3 on my watch. I think officially she got a faster time from the track clock as they took her from the half out to the 5/8. Either way you slice it, it was a huge work. So if you're looking to handicap the Oaks off of the final workouts these horses have had or their total workout program, you're going to have a hard time separating these three. A slight edge for me today, maybe the meaning of that group. Also, always a runner for Chad Brown. Worked in company with Lenani. Jose Ortiz was here for the workout. Went 24-48-3, as easy as could be. Always a runner. Did have her head cocked out a little bit coming to the wire. That may be just her. Nothing to worry about there. And galloped out in 101. So more of a maintenance work for her compared to the other three fillies we had mentioned. Also on the work tab this morning for trainer Brad Cox was Paradise. She went the half mile in 47-3, but every indication is she is going to skip the Oaks and run instead in the 8 Bells. So that's a look at the main activity this morning, mostly workouts. Again, most everybody else, except for the ones that worked yesterday, had their routine gallops today. Now tomorrow promises to be very busy again. Like I said, the Brad Cox trio, I'm certain, are going to go. I think we're going to wait for Chief Wallaby till Sunday, but there's going to be lots to see here tomorrow. If you want to see it in person, 7:15 to 7:30 here at here at Churchill Downs. That's where most of the activity takes place, and all of the activity will be reported on right here for the best coverage in Kentucky Derby, Kentucky Oaks 2026. It's at DRF.com.
It's like a stock market for racehorses. Morningline.io.
Universe. This is a horse that's knocked on the door at a high level, and he's very competitive at graded stakes level and just a good colt overall.
Morningline.io. Buy, sell, trade, own the game.